change is eternal and the only reason of evolution. Hello, everybody. I'm Seema, and I bring to you another insightful session on great principles today. Joining me in conversation is my very thoughtful guest, Miss Nayana Chowre, Principal, Mount Litera Zee School, Bhind. Welcome to Great Principles, ma'am. It's truly an honor to have you with us. Ma'am, kindly unmute.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm really honored and privileged to be part of this great show. As the name pronounces, it's great principles. And the people behind this show are also great. That adds up to you yourself. And the person who was coordinating Evelyn from so many days. And I guess she is the mastermind also with this. So I think you guys are really cracking it all over the world, all over the globe, and it's a very good platform that you are engaging yourselves, giving your valuable time as well to bring out the insight of the various principles with their different persona. So it will definitely add up to many people who will be emerging principles in the consequent years. So I think let's I look ahead with this 1 hour, half an hour, whatever, with a very enjoyable session for me as well. It will be memorable. I can see that from your beautiful face, Miss Seema.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we are really honored to have you. And we are also looking up for a very insightful session. Ma'am, it is said that it's very, very inspiring to know from people that where they are today, they have what all they have overcome to reach that position. And in this journey, we get so much of experience. So the idea of great principle is to bring in these experiences, these learning, and inspire others, because information Google gives you, but experiential learning no one provides. So let us begin by knowing the journey of yours. So, your grandfather, the grandparents play a very crucial life in our roles. And for you, he's the one who inspired you to be where you are today. So, tell me, ma'am, what can educators do to make a place, like school, a happy place for the students to bond and more of child centric place, a second home kind of stuff?
Well, you have mentioned my grandfather, and with due respect to my grandfather, we called him Dada, and he's just next to Pune, a small town that is Chakan near Pune, and he belonged to Kadus, whereby he was the principal and very strict principal, not like me. I don't think I'm that strict. I've evolved, I will say. So yeah, I was the most naughtiest child when I used to visit, and he used to always say, you are the root of all the mischief around. So wherever he is now, he will be feeling very proud that this girl walked through all these things, and then she has become the mentor and for so many. Yeah, this school is no longer a place which it used to be some 40, 50, 60 years back. That is what I feel. It has become a more part of, you can say, glamour and exhibitionism, whereby the teachers are have to play a very different role, not what it used to be when we were in school or when my grandfather rather was a principal. In those days, if one time if the teacher or the principal would shout at the kid, it would be insult to that particular child, and he would never repeat it. I mean, it would be really very bad. And those days principals were very strict, kinda, they would never manage to laugh. I mean, he never laughed at home also. I remember very rarely he smiled, and he had the most beautiful smile, I say. His name was Mr. Shankar Karoke, and that was my maternal story. Traveling along, he being my mentor, I always felt that the discipline that he had, the way he walked, the way he sat, the way he disciplined all of us cousins when we used to gather around there in the vacations, that was something which was very. Every time I would get attracted, that so much respect he would get. I would always feel, as a small kid, I also should demand that respect. Demand, I mean, say earn it. Sorry, not
Yeah.
demand it, earn it. And then of course, after him, all his lineage, my uncles and aunts, all are today principals also, or they're ex rather. But then this tradition continued, and it will continue for many generations more. There will be many more Nainas who will be coming up after me. That's what I'm doing now. School has to be a place which has to be a role model. It has to be a guiding line. It has to be touching lives all over, I feel. And that's what even Mount Litera Zee School Bhind, though we are situated in a tier 3 city. So we are thinking globally, but we are acting locally, and that's how we have framed our, you can say, the syllabus in such a way. Of course, we are having a backing of C, which is an integrated curriculum, which adds up to the beauty of the teaching. We have accustomed it as well so that it suits the place over here and it becomes more engaging, emerging, immersive, and entertaining as well for the students to work on their gaps and whatever they are lacking behind. So that is what we are doing, and that is what the school has to be.
Wonderful. So before I, move on to the next question, I would like to ask you one more thing here. So, I really love the philosophy of the school built on the complete acceptable part, that is, think global but act local. That is what is required. And that is where many people fail. We try to bring in everything globally for those people, those who are not very well acquainted to it. So we need to understand their needs. So that's a wonderful thing to do. So, ma'am, my question was about making the school a happy place. So, I would like to know from you, what is in your school that you think makes your school a happy school?
Well, any place, may it be school, may it be home, smiling faces when you see around, then it becomes a happy place. To make the students happy, it's not very difficult. The teacher has to be a child in her itself. She has to keep the child in her alive. She should not show the child outside world from the window. She should not show the sky from the window in the class. Rather than take the child along outside. The involvement of the students, the student centric environment, very important. It has to not be enforced from one end that the teacher is, from one end is doing her duty. First of all, to all the teachers who take this profession as an art, they will be successful. If they take it as science, then it will not be the worth the place. So this is an art. I always tell my teachers, even if he is a math sir and a science sir, uh, you make it musical. Make the concepts clear to the students. Once the child understand all the concepts, he will be happy. Secondly, the child has parents at home already. So let the teacher share his or her success battles into success stories with the child. Already, the children today have faced so many things. This COVID 19 taught us so many new definitions, so many new conversations related to the names of quarantine, then
Yeah.
vaccines, and so many new words we learned. Omicron, this corona, that corona, so many things, new words came up in the scene suddenly. Students went through a stress. Then there was online. Then there was stress with the parents, with the jobs, and the gadgets. So many things came up. The financial standing, the school struggling with so many things. So, like everywhere, if there is chaos, and still if you manage to smile, I think that is the art of the teacher. And I think it goes from the table of the principal that she has to actually maintain her calm and peace, because once the principal is cool and calm, then life is easy for the teachers because it is transformation, it goes down. So if it goes from here, and then for me, it comes from my management, I'm very happy and I'm very lucky to have great people with me. I have a great management with me, and I would like to mention over here our late chairman, sir, who was my all whole soul, who was my guiding light, and he made me strong. Late Mr. Naval Kishore Shivare. So he was the one, and now taken over by his eligible, efficient sons. I would like to mention Vivek sir and Rishi sir. So they really are those people who don't treat us like, some people, like they treat us like family. They don't treat us like principal, or it is not a business relation. When the management is giving me this positivity, I am transferring it to my teachers. Obviously teachers will transfer it to the students. So in this process I think Mount Litera Zee School Bhind is a happy place. और अभी जो दर्शक हमें देख रहे हैं सारे भिंड के पेरेंट्स, वो ये देखकर खुश होते होंगे कि आपकी प्रिंसिपल आपके सामने बैठी है। और बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे कि ये भिंड में मुझे बहुत प्यार मिला। और मेरे सारे बच्चे एवरी डे जब स्कूल आते हैं और हैप्पी फेस लेकर आते हैं, और संडे को भी उनको आना है, तब मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि एज अ रोल ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल और द मेंटोर और द एजुकेशनिस्ट आई हैव फुलफिल्ड, तब मुझे लगता है मैंने कुछ काम किया।
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. I really love the thought that you said that, that happiness is something that you see a smile on a face of a child as he learns. So that is something really very, very powerful. And I must, admit that, that the management do create a difference. So when management is happy themselves, they automatically create the line, the entire line very happy. Like you said, happy leaders, happy school principals, happy teachers, and follows the happy children, and ultimately the happy parents, which makes the entire school happy. So wonderful. And this is the whole idea of keeping the happiness question intact in schools. Children should look forward. They should just jump when they hear that today we have to go to school, or there will be no school, and they should be yearning to go to school. So wonderful. Moving ahead to the next question, ma'am, you did mention that the onus of creating the happiness, the onus of making the children learn lies on teachers. And you also spoke about how teaching is an art and not a science. So tell me, ma'am, you as a leader and other school leaders, how can they help their teachers to do the justice to the so many roles which we expect from them? Like we expect so many things, not only academics. You should be mentor, guide, mother, friend. At times they have to be just to learn from their students too. So what is your take here?
वेल माई टेक ओवर हियर विल बी, जैसे एक पौधा जब हम सो करते हैं, व्हेन वी सो अ सीड, उसको अपना टाइम वक्त लगता है उसे ग्रो करने को, एक रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, डिफरेंट स्टेजेस होते हैं, वैसे ही हर बच्चे का है। दे आर नॉट जस्ट रोल नंबर्स, दे आर यूनिक इंडिविजुअल्स। अगर ये सब टीचर ध्यान में रखे विद द क्लास विद द स्टूडेंट्स कि मेरे सारे बच्चे यूनिक है, अलग है, तो इट विल बी इजी फॉर हर टू बी अ सक्सेसफुल टीचर। मोर ओवर अगर हमने ग्रोथ माइंडसेट रखा rather than having a fixed mindset, and that only we inculcate in the students, then it will be a great again transformational place. Many times the teachers many places carry their stress back here, or sometimes they are not prepared with the lesson plans, then again they just come up in 40 minutes like they are just struggling with things. So it has to be holistic learning and teaching. It has to
Right.
be like, it has to be properly in advance, properly studied and gone. You must be ready with the questions. We should encourage the students, the teacher should encourage the students to ask questions rather than telling them to shut up or keep quiet, don't ask anything, don't disturb. This is the very wrong notion which we don't practice over here. It is open door policy, और यहाँ पे बच्चों को encourage किया जाता है कि आप पूछो। कभी ऐसे हो सकता है आपको मार्क्स कम मिले, बिकॉज यहाँ पे कोई स्पर्धा जो है, कोई कंपटीशन जो है, वो एक बच्चे और दूसरे बच्चे से नहीं है। यहाँ पर हमें लाइफ एग्जाम सिखाना है। सो इट इज लाइक वी ऑलवेज टेल दैट यू, वी आर टीचिंग देम एग्जाम ऑफ लाइफ आफ्टर द बोर्ड, after that 12th standard. What is it actually? Now you may not remember what marks you have gone in got in history or math or English in grade 8 or 7 or 9, in the final exams or in the first term. You will not remember that after 50 years, 60
Right.
years, 20 years or 10 years. What you will remember is what did the school teach? What did your teacher teach? How she walked in the class, how she brought the smile, how she converted each average child into somebody who could rank, how she worked with the challenging children, who are struggling. So it is a class whereby you get mixed everyone. So teacher has to be like a gardener, I feel, whereby she works as a gardener. The plant is already sold and she has to water it every day. Every plant will take its own time. She has to
Yeah.
be very patient. That is what is the art. And yes, I always tell that children are not empty vessels, you know. So you have to actually fill in them certain those things which it is lacking. Then again, it depends on city to city that what will be the role of the teacher. So here in this city where we are situated, here we have joint families. हमें अच्छा लगता है. I belong to Mumbai, so I had never seen this scenario, but I really love this. I mean, I think I was missing it all the while. So here we have a joint families. दादा जी है, दादी है, you know, चाचा जी, चाचा, दे ऑल ऐसे नहीं समझता किसका बच्चा है, एक साथ बच्चे आते हैं घर से, बहुत अच्छा लगता है। और फिर तब ऐसे माहौल से जब बच्चा आ रहे आपके स्कूल में, एक ही घर के, तो टीचर का जो रोल है वो बहुत अहम है, बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। शी इज़ अ मेंटोर एंड व्हाटएवर शी डज़ इट इज़ कैरीड होम। So I think that's it. She has to maintain her cool, calm, and she has to work hard with her textbooks. She has to be a thorough learner. Research-based study is very important. It has to be a learning, and it has to be interactive study, teaching. That I feel.
Certainly, ma'am. I think if I would sum up the take from your answer, that would be like, so if you have chosen to be a teacher, be passionate about it and do, give your heart to your profession, and that is what is needed. When you put in your heart, then there is no looking back. You're all automatically connected with your students and their families. So, yes, teaching is very, very essential and the most, to be paid more attention rather than just making it as a, okay, I'm not getting any other job, let me take up teaching. It should be by choice, and one should be very, very passionate about it, because you're responsible for not shaping the life of students. In fact, you're shaping the life of entire families and the generations coming in. So to all my dear teachers, put in your heart in your work and see the magic happening. You will start loving what you do. So moving ahead to our next question, so as we were talking about that we should put our heart and soul, so this also goes wherein we all want to be a little motivated, appreciated. Each one of us crave that, be it a small child or an adult, an aged person also crave for that little word of appreciation, that that feedback for the hard work that he has put in. So ma'am, what is your message to aspiring leadership and teachers about being acknowledged and being recognized for their efforts? There are so many awards and all, and there are you guys as at speaker at so many conferences. So what do you think, how these all things helps everyone?
For me, if you have to be a role model to many, and you really feel that people should appreciate you, you must always forget what has happened yesterday rather than focus on tomorrow and today. If we sit back with thinking that yes, I got that award in that year, and this award I got in the last year, now I have got enough awards, now I'm done with this. It's not that. Every day should be a fresh day. Every day it should be, you should be a facilitator, you should be touching lives, you should be that person where every day people see you, they should say she is looking new today. So there is never end to it. Being a mentor word is very, it sounds very sweet, but then the responsibilities carried with the name are too many. It is like sitting on the throne of thorns, whereby you have to always keep a fake profile in your hand, and that smile has to be intact because you are a guiding light. You cannot come out with your stress and show it to the world because they are following you. One time, if you show your real in your what you are going through, your struggles, maybe 10 people may quit. We don't want people quitting. We want people to come out. Each mentor should think that I should at least make 10 out of me. So I also feel at least 10 Nayanas should be reborn after some years who will be looking upon this profession as very religiously, they should be adopting it. Not just for the, as you said very rightly, not just for the sake of doing something, कुछ नहीं है तो मैं अभी टीचर बन जाती हूँ और ग्रेजुअली मैं प्रिंसिपल बन जाऊंगी। जैसे मेरे अगर बारे में है, मैंने बहुत छोटी थी तभी डिसाइड किया था व्हेन आई वाज ओनली इन ग्रेड 5, whereby I didn't go to play. This is something which nobody knows, and today I'm announcing it for the first time socially. I don't know why I'm feeling like saying this. You have opened me up, so I really congratulate you for this. I was in grade 5 and Holy Cross Convent School, Thane. And I'm very proud student from that school who brought me to this place where I sit very proudly. The teachers have played major role in shaping my personality, my speaking English, my mannerisms, my modesty. My principals, Sister Veronica Fernandez, has played a very, very important role. Always before every talk shows or interviews, she will always bless me. She is not in Thane now. I'm from Thane, Mumbai. But still, wherever she is, any part of the world, she blesses me. This very rarely it happens that you come out, with this profile in the school that you are remembered. So, point to be noted over here is that your teacher has played a major role in my life, my teacher. Similarly, I will like to bless my students, the coming generations, with the same, so that no matter what challenges, I will expect my भिंड students, मेरी जो भिंड की लड़कियां है, मैं चाहती हूँ कि मैं अगर 1200 किलोमीटर दूर आ सकी एक पैशन लेकर कि मैं कुछ ये पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया के लिए कुछ काम कर सकूं। और जैसे मेरी फैमिली कहती है कि नैना, यू आर टचिंग लाइव्स, you are every day making a new generation grow. You are doing a wonderful role, Naina. We salute you and we are proud. Leaving all the comforts, I have come here and I'm staying here. No matter this people of Bhind, my team, everybody, my management, everybody has taken me so much, given me so much love and respect, that definitely that is added thing, that is my luck, I can say. I'm honored with that. बट देन आई वॉन्ट माई स्टूडेंट्स, मेरी जो भिंड की लड़कियां हैं, मेरे जो बच्चे हैं, मैं चाहती हूँ मैं इतना दूर आई, आप और दूर जाओ, यू गो यू गो समवेयर फार अवे एंड लिव समथिंग, लिव योर ड्रीम्स, ड्रीम समथिंग, ड्रीम बिग एंड चेरिश इट. So you have to be the change to bring the change.
Yeah. Wonderful, beautiful thoughts again, ma'am. I think you very nicely shared. And if I will sum it up, I'll say that, that yes, I like my past, but now I'm more focused on my future, and I look forward to make people to, create a difference in the lives of others. And that is what is, makes life more meaningful. So, what a wonderful journey you have. What you learned from your teachers, you are now looking forward to pass it on. And this is a trait of true leadership. A leader is a one person who looks forward to make others leaders, not just just take up the supremacy of the role. So wonderful thoughts and beautiful takeaways from your answer. So moving ahead to the next question, ma'am. Now, ma'am, that children, they learn to express emotions, and they just speak up to the person they are very close with, either their parents, friends, or teachers. But we adults, at some time, we just keep things to ourselves, and our egos don't let us share that we need help, please support us. But we all do. Wherever, whichever mark we have achieved in our life, we still look the support. So I would like to ask you, that educationist whom you look up for your support, advice, or inspiration, I may say.
Lovely question. A lovely question it is. And I would really love to thank all the mentors of my life with humbled hands, that they have really transformed this Naina into whatever she's emerged today. Thank you to everyone. Now, regarding the role model or regarding the mentors that you're asking me, I think, Miss Seema, you will agree with me that with every age, your mentor changes. When we are very small, infants, or when we grow up, we are walking, when we are in nursery section, or grade 1 and 2, then our mom is our mentor. Then slowly teachers, we imitate our teachers, we, at least I used to imitate. Then I used to, like, I would mention Miss Gonsalves, I would love her dresses or frocks. She was, since it was a convent school, so they all wore one piece frocks, so I would love those, and she was very beautiful. All the teachers in that, for that matter, I mean, so their saris and all. So I still remember. So the question over here is, when I talk about this, is going back to the question, I will like to say that when you decide something, uh, you have to decide it with passion. And I will only like to say over here, kindly repeat the question. I have missed out. I'm sorry.
You're that educationist whom you look upon for your advice,
Yeah.
inspiration, and support.
Yeah. So with all in the league, every age the mentors change, as I told you. So when that time, those were the mentors. When we grow, our goals change. Okay. So when we grow up with our goals, then in the next phase of life, again the mentor changes. Then when we are teenagers, we like some heroines. If we are girls, or boys will like, some heroes. So again, that is mentor only, because we are following them. Every age we take something. Mentor means we take something from them and try to become like them. At this age, till this age, I will, as I have mentioned some names in the past and today, I really respect Dr. Prabhat Kaushik, the Director General of Zealand, who has been my mentor from since the time I have met him. I am really inspired by his thoughts. Very grounded personality, down to earth, always smiling, understanding, working in 48 countries and so many schools and so much Z packages all over India. But the calmness of his face, it encourages me to be the same. So he is my mentor. Secondly, along with that, my RSD ma'am, Miss Neeru Nayyar ma'am, the Regional School of Directors, Zealand. That lady, when she just last week happened to be in Bhind, and we interacted and we were together for all 5 days. मैंने इतना सीखा उनसे एज अ वुमन. Now he is a person name. Now I'm talking about the woman. So these two people are very important in this part of my journey at the moment, where I look upon to be like them. So Mrs. Neeru Nayyar ma'am, the kind of journey that she shared with me since her childhood, whether she was in a small village brought up, but still how she managed to learn so many things, and now where is she running, taking care of 19 schools. मुझे एक ही मोटिवेशन मिला, नैना, you should not retire with the principal's tag.
Right.
So this is what mentor is, that they teach your counterparts to learn to dream, to have goals,
Certainly.
and to accomplish that, work hard. May it be. And teacher's duty, principal's role is not accustomed to those 8 hours and 7 hours, as you will agree. It is 365 days.
Right.
24/7 we should be on. And now when we get into the habit, poor families, we get into that lecture mode every time, and then we can't help that. I mean, my family is watching me, so
Right.
sometimes they are like, तू इथे principal नाही आहेस घरात, okay. बस झालं. So
Right.
so that time I smile also, but yes, I'm not a cribby person also, but then most कभी वो याद आता है, घर पे लेके जाती हूँ, so they remind me, बस हाँ, अभी तू प्रिंसिपल नहीं है. ऐसा.
Beautiful, ma'am. I really enjoyed hearing this answer because I was just imagining that how my mentors also help me, and you very rightly said that mentors, they pushes us, they motivates us that you are much more than what you are. You think you are capable of far more, and there is so much that you can achieve, and this very thing keeps on, just pushing us more and more, and we don't know when we crossed our own limits. So this is the beautiful role of having that mentor in our life. So I really loved how ma'am is making the most of it, and she is not just satisfied where she is always aspiring to be more of hers. So on this wonderful note of learning and growing, we have reached to the very interesting segment of the show, which is called rapid fire round. So you have to answer in one word or a statement would do. All right. Great.
Okay.
So let us start with the first question of ours. My first question says, what would be your advice in one statement to our dear parents?
Don't make a mini version of yourself. Give freedom to your child.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So celebrate the uniqueness of your child. A beautiful message. Coming up to the next question. Name an outdoor activity that you enjoy.
Now or in childhood, I always enjoyed playing cricket. No, this is again a secret. I played lot cricket, and still when I
Wonderful.
get a chance, सारी को ये करके मैं टीम को लेकर जाती हूँ ग्राउंड में. Literally we play cricket. This is again a secret now.
Wonderful. So let me ask you next question related to cricket only. So what does the team game like cricket teaches children, and why we should encourage children to play cricket? You play team games. I mean, not cricket,
My
team
God.
games.
Okay. Now see, there are 11 players all running behind one ball. Okay. One only goal they have, that we have to either catch it or hit it.
Hit it. Yeah.
You have to keep your presence of mind there. If you deviate from your focus from the bowler, you hit it across and give a catch. Or if you are focused on the ball, you hit it across the boundary and hit it six. So this
Right.
Naina learned from the cricket how to hit six.
The focus, how you should be focused at your goal,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
is your goal. Either you want to catch a ball or you want to just hit the boundary. So focus is very much important. Wonderful answer. Moving
Yeah.
ahead to the next question. So we get to know that you love playing cricket. What are the other hobbies or other activities you do in your recreational time?
I love driving very much. Where this is, it is not allowed here in Bhind, so I'm not allowed because the roads are, there are no traffic guidelines, no rules. In Mumbai, I was in Bindas. I would go. I love many things. I am a very creative person and very lively. And I take interest in whatever I do. Even if I'm cooking, I put my heart and soul in that. So if I'm writing, I put my heart and soul in that. If I'm teaching, so whatever I do, it's all about how you do it. I don't. If we don't even add anything while you're cooking, but if you add your love, then your family will cherish it, relish it. So I believe in that. So प्यार है तो सब अच्छा है everywhere. So whatever you do it with your instinct. You enjoy it. बस that's it. आप अगर enjoy करोगे तो सब. I love singing also. I love
Wow.
everything. Reading,
Great,
traveling,
great.
a lot.
Wow. So any activity that you could depict right now? I mean, can you sing for us?
You want me to sing?
If you could, I mean, you love doing that, right?
This is so sudden.
And that's the beauty of it, right?
एहसास की हर दुआ बन गए दिल में मेरे आप माँ बन गए आपकी तारीफ में क्या कहे आप हमारी जान बन गए. This was for you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored. Wonderful. Very beautifully sung. And I must say that you are not just a part-time singer. You know, not just you don't just do it for the sake of singing. You actually know how to sing. You have the sense of tunes. So beautiful. Moving ahead to the last question in this segment. If you were not a school leader, though you decided this, teaching taking up at grade 5, but if you were not this or you are not in this profession, where you would have been?
I would be still working as a, I will be still leading because it is in my blood. It is, this Naina has always been so since, and we always say we understand what the child is in the cradle. So I always did this, what I hear from my parents and my brothers and sisters, that I had this bossy thing in me right from. I don't do it. I mean, though everyone has seen, but then this was there in me since my junior senior KG to boss over people there, my friends. And then it came at home. I was a very pampered and child because I was the last child at home. And in full Chowre family, I'm the last. So it was like, everyone pampered, loved me everywhere, wherever I went. तो बहुत मैं बिगड़ी हुई नहीं, but pampered. तो उसके उस बिला पे I can say that whatever it is today is all based on that, whatever my life was in the past. Yeah.
So wherever you have been, you would have been a leader, right?
I would
Yes,
have been a
wonderful.
leader, made me wherever. And people, since I'm in the creative side, so they many times say, "Ki, how did you become a principal?" I mean, because when there are annual days, I stand with the students, I write scripts, I guide them with their dances, or I guide my dancer or music sir or everybody. So everywhere, little, little, I have that thing. So, like, I would never give up because this Naina always beats the inner Naina. I don't have competition with anybody else. I compete with myself each day. I want to be a winner for me. I see myself, I introspect myself, I see myself in the mirror. तो मुझे हर रोज एक नई नैना चाहिए. मैं सेटिस्फाइड नहीं हूँ कल वाली नैना से, क्योंकि जो भी अभी ये लेवल तक मैं गई हूँ, इट इज ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन। मुझे किसी को बताने की जरूरत नहीं कि तेरे में ये खामियां है, ये अच्छाइयां है, वो तो मुझे देखनी है। और जो आदमी सेल्फ रियलाइज करेगा और सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करेगा, तो वो कुछ कोई भी काम करे, ही विल बी अ लीडर इन हिमसेल्फ। दैट्स व्हाट आई फील।
सर्टेनली सर्टेनली मैम, आपसे पूरी तरह अग्री करती हूँ कि इंट्रोस्पेक्शन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन, और हम वो बहुत बार नहीं करते. इट्स वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट टू सी विद इन योर सेल्फ एंड सी वेयर यू आर एंड वॉट यू वॉन्ट टू अचीव. एंड टू ऑल माई डियर व्यूअर्स, if you really really want to receive anything, then just start believing in it. If you believe it, you will have it for sure. So that is the magic, if you believe, things do happen. So please take this wonderful note here. Now we have reached to the last question of the show, which is called viewers choice question. So my viewers keep sending me a lot of questions, and this is the one which I especially picked for you. So say they tell me that with over 2 decades in the field of education, you must have gained a deep insight into the psyche of the students. Besides their academic performance, can you elaborate on what are the basic needs of students today? Literacy is one of them, the academic excellence which we talk, but what are the other needs for our students of today?
There are the critical thinking, collaboration, imagination, working on the instinct. Then there will be, it has to be a project based theoretical study. The NEP 2020 has also given us life skills. So the children have to work hard on one instinct apart from the academics, whereby they have to actually keep themselves focused even with academics, because only if you make them, sit with the books and the textbooks, then they find at the end of the day study is very boring. So they have to catch one hobby with them. It can be cycling, it can be reading, it can be anything, whatever they like. But nowadays, unfortunately, the students are more with the gadgets, they are with the mobile. So I always tell my students that, stop indoor activities like going on the mobiles and instas. The children are on instas and facebooks, but this is very wrong, because we all have enjoyed playing outdoors, myself. So it was all round development. So here the students, they may know to make a ppt at this age, they may know coding at this at very young age. But then I feel that if they want to become global citizens, if they want to become future ready, if they want to shine in the machinery age, okay, outshine in the world of machines, if they want to do capacity building, then they have to be all round development. If they have to do, then they cannot be sitting with the gadgets every time what they normally do, and waste their time, quality time, in these things, rather than form their peer groups, form the group discussions, which I encourage all the students to do. It has to be comprehensive studies, whereby communication, creativity, collaboration, create critical thinking, this all c's, four c's are put together. Reading is very important for today's students. So there are so many things that every child, because every child now is very talented. Now school has to figure out actually where the talent lies. And now, in this era, as you very beautiful questions, I really am enjoying with this session. I really mean it. That schools should not just complete syllabus, but they should take the responsibility of the entire development of the child. As I told in the last 20 minutes back, that we have to prepare the child for the life exam. So if you just sit with the syllabus and complete the syllabus, and at the end of the day you say, "Ma'am, my syllabus is complete," then it will be like no work. I feel, because you have to create the students who will be craftsmen of their lives. They should be having that artistic thing. It should come in there, like how I got it from my school. I became the craftsman for myself. So each school today should teach the children to find out the best in him. Who can else teach you that what you are best in, rather than you yourself? This is the
Absolutely.
encouragement. This is the encouragement of the teacher. because books are giving only information. You teach beyond books. No musician, no doctor, or no actor or engineer requires all the things that we teach in the school. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. How much it is useful? We had that theorem for 4 marks. And जो रट्टा मार के हम जाते थे तब मुझे ये कहना है, हमें अडेप्ट करना चाहिए कोई चीज़ों को आज के बच्चों की जो ज़रूरत है उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए हर एक ने स्ट्रक्चराइज करना चाहिए अपना अपना सिलेबस स्कूल में
Right.
सिटी के दौर make them attend seminars and make them understand what is happening in the outside world. आप उनको कन्फाइंड ना रखें आपके सिटी तक. Where is the world going? We talk about 21st century skills, but we are actually following 19th century skills even at home. The nagging, everything is done. I always tell my parents, see the world from 3 feet. आप झुको, आप नील डाउन करो 3 फीट पे. जो 3 फीट का जो बच्चा है आपका, वो एंगल से देखो वो कैसा वर्ल्ड देखना चाहता है. आप वैसे रहो. आप आपका मिनी वर्जन ना करो कि मैं ये कर रही हूँ आपको करना पड़ेगा. मैं मैथ्स में बहुत स्मार्ट थी, आपको करना पड़ेगा. आई एम अ प्रिंसिपल एंड एजुकेटर, माई सन इज नॉट. ही इज नॉट. बट आई नेवर मेड हिम डू इट. My both the kids did what they wanted, and I'm very happy they're very successful, and I'm very proud mom, they're taking care of themselves though I'm here. So this is what.
Wonderful.
So I will only say, do not be confined to books, my dear teachers. Take teaching as an art. Create an ecosystem of learning in your school. This is what the students need. We, and the last sentence, we need to create smart students, not hardworking students. That is what I feel.
Certainly. Gone are the days, when we used to do the labor work. Now robots will take over that. So we really need to have the generation which is smarter and which can think, you know, which can actually think whether there is a box or not. Gone are the days when we used to talk, think out of box, think out of the box. Now the focus should be, is there a box? First, you understand that. And then just focus on that. So beautiful thoughts, beautiful words, and a lot of takeaways from this wonderful answer also. So, to all my dear educators, school heads, teachers out there, ma'am beautifully pointed through her answer that don't just point at the window, rather open the doors for the children. So, do that, and you see that how you create the generation which we all are looking for, those who care for each other and learn better and collaborate better. So, thank you so much for your time, ma'am. It was a wonderful session. I enjoyed throughout the session. You were just answering everything so candidly, and that is what so beautiful it was. And the wonderful thing which I learned from you today was that happiness is the key to success. And if you love what you're doing, then you will be successful, and there is no other point of doubt in this. And Nena ma'am, I must admit that you're a huge motivation, and your consistency is contagious. So thank you so much once again for shining the lights on so many topics which are needed today.
Love and God bless to each one of you who are watching me. I hope I have touched at least 1% of people by my thought processes. They were very raw and they were from my heart. So I will just wish all of you lovely ladies there, Seema and group, that wish you loads of success. May you shine and may you bring the best in future. God bless you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.